Alright, welcome back to the only game where I can seem to build stuff without any kind of blueprints or proper architectural expertise whatsoever. It's Minecraft. And yes, folks, we are back once again. This time I'm in creative, as you can see. And I'm on a brand new creative server that's made for, well, many of y'all are into urban exploration and anything relating to that topic. You'll know who this whose channel this abbreviates. So, yeah. But I'm on here to show you some of the stuff I've built. The server's not public yet. Like, it's not open to the public, like, per se. So, don't ask for the IP, because most of the admins and whatnot are still trying to get everything worked out regarding, you know, where stuff's going to go, where people can build and all that. So, I'm not going to give the IP out so that everybody and their brother can come on and start building stuff just yet, you know? I'm going to wait until everything's sorted out. So, yeah. Nothing's wrong, David. As you can see, here's some of the people who've been on here. My name is on the green-colored wood sign. Pretty sure y'all already know who this person is, so I'm not going to say it anyway. So, yeah. Also, welcome to Circuit City. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, over here we have the unfinished Memphis Pyramid recreation, which is funny. I've actually been to the Memphis Pyramid on 2 occasions in real life. The first time, I was stunned that it was a Bass Pro Shop, and I made a running joke with my stepdad and said, "Well, Thomas, I believe I found the temple of your people." He replied back after I sent the message with the picture, "Mecca!" And he wasn't wrong. It's a sportsman's paradise, truly. I got good pictures of some aircraft up from there, too. But anyway, here is my, quote-unquote, I guess you could say, crown jewel, whatever the hell you call it. Excuse my language. But yeah, anyway, I guess you could say my mark on the server is this beauty right here. Yeah, this is the first custom train station I've built in well over 5 years. The last one I've built that I even have any kind of video evidence of was one I built back in like, oh God, I don't remember, 2015, 2016, 2017, somewhere around there. I have no clue. Anyway, yeah, but here's the name of it. The railroad's fictional. What do you mean, do I have a house? Are you talking about it on the server? If so, the answer to that is not exact. The answer to that exact question is no, I don't. But yeah, this structure is all custom. It's, the building is a completely custom build, meaning there were no blueprints, no real-world reference photos that I went off of. This was completely custom. Only blueprint was my mind. It's that simple. Only my mind blueprint I had, and I just went, and I started building it and just went with it. So, let us, as they say in France, entree, shall we? So, on the first level, you've got a kind of sort of area. You've got a kind of waiting area with the main ticket booths. There's 6 booth windows each on each side of the building. Got some trash cans here, some seating, some heaters. I actually renamed these as heaters. Got a bit of reading material to pass the time while waiting for the trains. But basically, it's funny. You could walk through here if you wanted, but you got to get a ticket down here. And then you've got to go up the main stairwell, which is here. And that's the main concourse up there. The only real, I guess you could say, reference or, you know, Easter egg is this here. If y'all have seen pictures of New York's original Penn Station from 1910, then you'll see these kind of metal grates, actual tracks. They were to let sunlight down to the lower platforms underground. I figured I'd bring that sort of thing back for this. Anyway, going up from the ticket area, you now have the main concourse. It's got a good bit of seating. It's rather sparse, though. And then you've got the central clock tower in the station. Now this Obviously, since it's not centered, it's not one clock. It's like 6. So it's got all 6 different time zones. Yes, I know there's Hawaiian time, but let me tell you, I don't think anybody from Hawaii is going to be on this server for quite some time. So, yeah. You've got all of the time zones, the U.S. time zones, except for Hawaiian time. But all of the window designs, the stained glass and whatnot, that's all custom. But getting airborne is a better way to see the full layout of the room. Now you've got 2 elevated rails. I think they're called people movers or something. I don't know, but this is them here. I think somebody else started building them, and then I started building it a little bit afterwards. Like I built this section recently. So, yeah, the server's actually regarding Bright Sun Films, who is a filmmaker, an independent filmmaker, who's currently in the process of doing a documentary film about the old Six Flags park that was in New Orleans that kind of got wrecked by Hurricane Katrina. So, yeah, that's something I really wish him luck on, because there's not a lot of people who actually are making independent documentary films now. And I love documentaries. That's actually something I enjoy watching more than just the movies that you now. I mean, Jesse, of course, he's making one. So I don't even have to say the name of it, because, he's got trailers of what he's doing on his channel. And Jake has trailers for, I think, on his channel. I could be wrong on that, but yeah. Moving on from that, here's the main train shed, or what will be the main train shed. This is just part of what I was able to build with the space I had. As you can see, there's kind of a ship in the way, so until it departs, it's gonna be like cut in half. I was thinking of making the train shed be about a 5 to 8 window structure, meaning it goes out and you'll have 8 windows along the side. But I'm thinking of decreasing that down by about 3, so it'll probably be either 6 or 7 windows length. Or more, of course. I don't know the exact dimension, but still. After the train shed is finished, these 4 tracks will slowly converge into just 2 tracks. And what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking of having the outer 2 platforms, which is platforms 1 and 4, converging inwards, with platform 3 just running straight into where they converge up. And they'll just be switches to join all the tracks together. Or to join the 2 center tracks with the outer tracks. So it's going to be like a triangle, so to speak. So that's going to be interesting, because I'm going to need to use a good bit of powered rails. Now, I know the server is already going to have like a elevated rail system so you can see the builds. But I figured, that's one way of doing it. But what about having one on the ground so you can see them from ground level? So you can get an idea of just how big some of these builds are. Because some of these builds are going to be huge. Like the pyramid here, let me show you just how big this thing is. Okay, it's going to be huge. That's how big the pyramid is compared with my station build there. Also, okay, that's kind of creepy. Somebody just put a random skull on top of the thing. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. So, yeah. And then this is something another player on the server made, one of the server admins, or what have you. He made this town here, and I've helped him a little bit with it. I put the floor in. I finished doing the floor in the courthouse here. That's a custom floor design I did there in the center. I helped him build the bank here. That's also... I helped him build the bank's exterior a little bit, but I mostly worked on the interior. So what you see here is all made, like the ceiling, the teller booths, the boardroom, even the vault. I even made the vault. And it's not like a simple one block vault. This is based on how they would normally build older vaults in banks you'd see in small towns, where they're built into the wall. And it's 3 layers. You've got the outer facade, an inner security / firewall, and then you've got the main brick vault itself. And as you can see, this be loaded, boys. Anyway, I'm getting out before I get caught by security. Anyway, moving on from that, you guys will now see the... Anyway, moving on from the bank, this here is the newest structure I finished recently. It's a hardware store. Again, another custom build. No blueprints, no references. In fact, if you're curious, or if you don't believe me, there's the sign there. So, yeah. Now, if you're curious about why I've got the bell, that's something I've seen in older stores. Like, actually, up in Comer, where I'd normally train watch, there's an old hardware store that actually still has this sort of thing, where it has a bell above the door, where if you open the door, it rings the bell, letting the shop owner know a customer's come in. So that's why that's there. That's why I put that there. And like some of these old shops, you've got a display window displaying the products that are being sold. And of course, the bottom floor 1, is mostly just the tool section. This is the tool department. And they're categorized by weakest to highest. You know, wood, stone, iron, gold, diamond, netherite, etc. Then up here, you've got the main stuff you'd need, like supply-wise, you know, lamps, all the furnaces and whatnot. I didn't know what could be considered tools and what couldn't be, but I put what I would think would be sold in one of these places. So, yeah. There were windows here, but I kind of boarded them up in case the person building the town wanted to add another building alongside. And I also did the alley out back. The road here was already here, but I went in and made it a little bit more detailed. Like, I added these trapdoors because they look like storm drains. I added these trapdoors because they look like pallets. Wool because they look like just the newspapers you see. Added the barrels and whatnot as trash cans. Added this type of block and this type of block to represent cracked and just absolutely destroyed pavement. Because, I mean, really, if you go into any city and you see an alley like this, they're never usually clean. They're always dirty. They're always cramped. There's always stuff knocked over. I mean, I figured, why not make it detailed to that effect, you know? Yeah, after that, we've got the hotel. And we've got an arcade. I actually did a little bit of a prize thing here. I actually did the cash registers, and I made a kind of prize thing. I actually made the pirate banner. And then, of course, like every small town, there's a train station. No, I didn't build this, but I give props to Rez. He's the person who made who built the town. I helped with the bank. I helped do the courthouse floor. And I built the hardware store. That's about it. And I just realized I made that rhyme, so go figure. Yeah, he finished this building today. I don't know the exact time, but I like it. I don't know what he's going to put in it. Probably apartments, perhaps? I don't know. But, yeah, I had another building in mind that I was going to build over by my station, but I've yet to actually, I haven't been able to get in touch with the owners of the server. They're in the Discord. They're in the Bright Sun Discord. But I was going to build... I actually got a flat world loaded, and I'll show you guys what I was going to build here. It's a kind of rough draft version of what I want to build. It's an old general store model that I made. And this is it here. The name's fictional. I don't know if there really was a Johnson and Company Mercantile General Store, but you never know. There may have been at one time, but this is it. Another custom build, and I figured why not have it at a village beside a dirt road, because why not? And again, this is a rough draft version. I'm probably going to make it a little bit bigger so there would be a 3-block entryway instead of a 2-block. But as you can see, the shelves are empty. But you've got a cash register here, got the counter. Heaters in mostly all 4 corners of the room. The shelves are in the center and the attic is above. Got some little seating areas. A few clothing things. And of course, like every old general store, you'd have to have at least 2 rocking chairs outside. There's also a table, and I'm thinking actually, real quick while I'm at it, most of these would also have a vending machine out front. I just realized that. Usually it'd be some kind of soda machine. Let me see. I'm going to get... Let's see, that'll work. We're going to say that this is just like a Pepsi machine, for instance. So let's say Pepsi, why not? And then it would have like, say, water. I'm trying to think. There'd be other drinks in these machines, I know that much. Fanta. Why not? Why not? Gonna get a few potions, because why not? Right, and it's meant to be a minecart station. Now, if the server were older, like 1.7.10, then to where they could have the Traincraft mod, then I can guarantee you I would use the normal Traincraft track for that. And then it would be a legitimate station, because, you get actual trains. But, since Minecraft clearly doesn't wish to have any in the actual game, well, then, minecarts it is. I mean, all I ask of Mojang is if they make it so you can actually make... Excuse me, sorry. All I ask of Mojang is please just make it so that you can actually make proper trains in the game, at least with the minecarts. Like, have something to hook the minecarts up with. Because it's kind of annoying when you've got multiple minecarts and they all just glitch together and you just lose everything, But, yeah. And also, the other reason I want it to be so that there's a 3-block entryway is so if I do the sign, it's not like a 4-block, a 4-block sign, And plus, I'd changed the foundation because, unlike most Minecraft builds where they just build the floor and whatnot, I went into full detail. Because if I mine this out, you've got the foundation stones and whatnot underneath. And this is all a custom. I did this myself. But that's just an example of some of the foundation stone work I did for this little build. So I'm slowly trying to make my builds have a little bit more detail and originality to them as I go through with them. Because I'm not going off tutorials, I'm not going off blueprints or any kind of photo reference. All of this is just from, my mind. That's the only blueprint I go off of, really. When I start to build it, I just go with it, really. Also, the buttons are simulating nails that would be holding all the woodwork together, so that's another little detail I started doing fairly recently. But I wanted to build this to where it looks like one of the, say, a mom and pop run small town general store, something you'd see on the city limits of a small town somewhere. In some places, there are still stores like this open. It's just they're very rare to see, and most of the ones that are still standing are either abandoned, falling into disrepair, or are some other business, like say an antique store, for instance. Another good example is in Juliet. The building that's the Whistle Stop Cafe, quote unquote, the one that you see in the movie Fried Green Tomatoes, used to be a grocery store, and then it went through a bunch of other businesses before, of course, being abandoned until 1991 when they made the movie, and now it's been a cafe from then on, and I've been there plenty of times. I've got video and pictures from when I went. So if any of you guys who are in Georgia or near Juliet, I recommend the Whistle Stop Cafe and their famous fried green tomatoes. So, yeah. Also, I know the brick and building's not to scale, but I mean, come on. I figured if it was in a village, why not? Anyway, now that that's done, time to start a zombie apocalypse. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, wait. Psych! Alright, boys, we are here about to start a zombie outbreak. Alright, me and the boys about to start a zombie outbreak. This is totally normal. When you start a zombie outbreak, but you don't give a damn about the cost of human life. Wait, what the fuck? Excuse my language. Anyway. Alright, let me just show you how to build real quick. How to build what I like to call Le Zombie Nightmare Spawner. When you make a zombie apocalypse, because why the hell not? And to the guys who were watching to anybody who's in the Bright Sun Discord, don't worry. I am not going to do this sort of thing on the server because that would kill it and probably cause the server owner's computer to start shooting fire out of every orifice in it. So, yeah, don't expect me to be doing this anytime soon. Alright, we are here about to overwhelm the Iron Column. Yes! Destroy him, my minions! Destroy him! That Iron Golem's having a rather bad day. That Iron Golem's like, why the hell did I sign up for this job? Oh my god! Yes! Destroy them, my minions! Destroy them all! Oh my god. He is so outnumbered. These poor villagers, they have no idea they're all about to die. These poor villagers, they have no idea they're all about to die. You can literally just see the horde following the iron golem. I bet. Oh, now they're going to turn to the... Oh, no. It was at this moment the villagers knew they were screwed. The good thing about this, though, is I can easily just go and change it today and they'll all burn to death. So there's that. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Excuse me one minute. Enjoy the zombies burning. I'll be back. Yeah, my stepdad decided to fix me a freaking T-bone steak. Okay, I kid you not. If you don't believe me, oh, look there. There it is. That's my dinner tonight, apparently. when you clear your own inventory. But yeah, that's the general store. So yeah, let me check the Discord. Oh, another thing too. Oh, and another thing. I now have a haircut. My nightmare hair, which has probably not had a haircut and had been cut in months, is gone. Thank goodness. This was long overdue. Thank you, Mom. Really, there comes a like I'm fine with hair that's semi-long, but when it gets to where it's getting to my eyes and looks terrible when I get out of bed in the morning, no matter how many times I brush it, yeah, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, I'm just being honest. So, yeah. Hang on, I gotta pause the stream temporarily because my phone is starting to overheat again. Actually, I may end it for the night because I need to eat, and then I'm going to try and hit bed early. So, I'll see y'all later.